You've made it to week 4. Only one to go. Hang in there.
All right, let's talk about the different assignments we'll be do this week. First off, start the reading now. If you haven't learned this lesson yet, me reminding you one last time probably won't help any, but you should do it. Now, we have physics in action and the week 4 assessment due on on Monday, just like they always are. So be sure to get those completed. Now, the beginning of this week, you'll have a chance to vote for your favorite extra credit post that was submitted this last week. So if you'll go onto the discussion page and find the voting page, I'll put all of the posts that were completed on time listed there so you can read them all and then vote for your favorite. Now, the winner of this contest will have their blog post added to the Fundamentals of Physics blog page, and there's the link displayed. So you'll get to be a little bit famous and they'll earn a few extra points for being the winner. So be sure to get that done early in the week because voting does not last very long. Now we also have the physics video due this week. I'll talk about that more in a minute, but don't forget to start working on that early as well. And always, the discussion boards are available. We have the week 4 and the month-long one going on right now. So go talk to your friends, post some interesting links, that kind of thing. All right, so let's talk about this physics video. It has 5 main parts that I want to go over because you want to make sure you have all of the parts. Most of your points will come from these 5 things. So if you miss one, you lose quite a bit of, your score is going to drop quite a bit. Now, all of the details are on FSO, so you can get the full breakdown, but I just want to mention them here. First, you'll need to make sure you have an introduction. It should be the first thing on there. Make sure to include your name in the introduction. Now, the first main body thing you'll want to talk about in your video is you'll want to explain a physics concept. It can be any concept you want, but once you pick one, you need to learn about it and then be able to teach it in your video. So you need to include definitions, if there's any equations, you need to include diagrams, anything kind of like that that will help you explain your topic. You're wanting to teach it to someone, teach it to like a group that doesn't know what you're talking about. So don't assume that, don't explain it as though you're teaching it to or explaining it to a physics teacher, such as me. Teach it as though you're explaining it to your classmates or someone who's never taken a physics class. Now afterwards, you're gonna take this physics concept and do an experiment or a demonstration of it. Now this is something you actually have to do. Don't just talk about it or give examples about it. I want you to actually do something in the real world. Now, whenever you're doing this experiment or demonstration, you can include clips from games or from YouTube or anything like that, but those are fine as long as you actually do something real as well. So you can show a clip of a game where, let's say, gravity is happening, something is falling, but then at the same time, you also need to show something in the real world falling that kind of corresponds. So clips are fine as long as you actually do an experiment yourself as well. Now, lastly, you'll need to take your chosen physics concept and relate it to your degree. So it doesn't have to be a long explanation, but you do need to mention why it's important to your degree program or something that will be useful for your in your career, and make sure to note and say what your degree is that you're comparing it to. Now, I also want to point out that you can't use a metaphor to relate your concept to your degree program. Say, for instance, you used a change in pressure to make a soda can collapse in on itself. That does not relate to the music degree because if you can take a song file and change it to an MP3, which compresses it to take up less space on your hard drive, that does not qualify as being two things that are related. So make sure they actually are related to each other, not just a metaphor. And lastly, be sure to end using stating all your citations, all your references for the stuff you used, any pictures you used, any clips, any YouTube videos, any background music, all of these things need to be referenced. You also need to include a reference for yourself, which is also detailed on FSO when you look at that video. All right, so when you get all that done, you should be done with your video project. So congratulations. Only this last week to go, so hang in there and you'll be done with FOP. It's been a joy to be teaching all of you and chatting and getting to know with each of you. So good luck on your last week. Bye.